Hello everyone, welcome back to Creativity Without Bounds. First of all, my sincere apologies to each and every one of you. I know I've not been regular here, and I thank each one of you for having stayed along. And now that I have decided to resume uploading more and more videos, I thought why not actually jump into a new creative domain that has been yet explored on our channel. So here I am with something that I've been associated for a very long time now, close to about 5 years. So I thought this deserves a place on my channel. And yes, creativity is definitely without bounds. So it is about food as well. So let's get baking in today's video. Begin by measuring out 40 grams of pitted dates into a pan. Now you will see that I've used about 42 grams here, and that's because I did not want to waste a whole date. Now this is the only sweetener in this recipe. So it is, yes, it is low on sugar as well. Now keep pouring in some water until all the pieces are actually submerged in. Now you need to boil this until all of it softens well. You can check it occasionally with a spoon, and it will probably be at a stage when half of the water has evaporated. Now once it has softened enough, switch off the flame and let it cool down completely. After it cools down, you need to grind it into a smooth, fine paste. You need to blend together the dry ingredients for this recipe. So into a blender jar goes in 10 grams of almonds, followed by 5 grams of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder, and 15 grams of ragi flour, 20 grams of whole wheat flour, followed by 1/4 teaspoon each of baking soda as well as baking powder. You need to grind it into a smooth, fine powder and keep aside. And I suggest you do this before you use the same blender to grind in the dates paste. All the ingredient measurements and the procedure will be in the description box below, so make sure you check it out as well. Let's begin making the topping. So into a small bowl, add in spoons of super sour thick curd. Now, if you're a vegan, you can go for vegan yogurt options as well. Now pour in some water from the dates we had boiled earlier. This is the only sweetener that goes in the topping as well. Now add in 1 teaspoon of custard, vanilla custard powder. If you do not have that, you can add in 1 teaspoon of normal corn flour followed by a bit of vanilla extract as well. Now mix it well and keep aside until you're ready to do the swirls. It's now time to grease and dust the baking tin. I've used a 5-inch by 5-inch square pan for this recipe. Now you need to make sure that oil reaches onto each and every corner and each and every edge, because only if there is oil will the flour stick onto the surface and prevent your cake from in turn sticking onto the pan. So make sure you spread it out very nicely. Now add in a little bit of whole wheat flour and give it a good shake so that flour reaches everywhere. You need to tap off the excess, probably by slightly banging this pan onto a surface so that every tiny bit of extra flour goes away. At this stage, preheat your oven to 150 degrees centigrade and begin mixing. So into the dates paste, add in 15 grams of coconut oil and give it a good mix. You need not whisk it, you can simply use a spatula to do it. Now, once you see that it has been incorporated, You add in half of the flour mixture and give it a good mix. Just when you see that it's up, you add in all of the flour left and just give it a light mix. It won't mix homogeneously at this stage because there is very little liquid right here. So what you need to do is you need to put about a tablespoon of water into the blender jar in which you had ground your dates, and then pour that water in here as well. Once that has been mixed, make sure you have a look at the consistency of the batter here. Add in all of that water, followed by half a teaspoon of vinegar, and give your batter a one final mix, good mix. Do not over mix, you just need everything to get combined, and make sure your batter's consistency is similar to what is in the video. You also can add in the chopped chocolate at this stage. It is optional, you can also do with the same measurement of nuts. Now empty the batter into the prepared pan. Make sure you take out all the batter that is in your mixing pan, and don't forget the spatula, there is a lot of batter on it as well. And using the spatula, you need to spread it out evenly. Now once that has been done, it's time to swirl in the topping. So you need to drop it at random spots. Do not pour it all at one single spot. Drop it here and there. And I've used 2 tablespoons. You can use more if you want like a lot of topping. Now using a knife, insert the knife into the batter and then move it around, making swirls here and there. Now, I personally prefer using a knife over a toothpick because the toothpick can give you only surface swirls. The knife goes all the way down below and it makes sure some of the toppings get into the cake as well. So, yeah, swirl it around till you are happy with the pattern. Bake it in a preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until a knife inserted comes out pretty clean without any traces of batter. Demold it once it has considerably cooled down. You can see how spongy the texture is. Chill it in the fridge until cold before you slice into it. And don't miss out the final picture for the close-up of the texture. As you can make out from the texture, the cake is extremely light as well as moist, and the chocolate pieces you add in, they actually melt while you bake. So I think you can spot a chocolate piece right there. Now, as I've already mentioned, it is on the less sweet side and it is made using healthier alternatives of flour and sugar. So it definitely makes for a perfect, healthy chocolate indulgence. So make sure you try out and do let me know in the comments down below how it went for you. Thank you.